UFC Fight Night, Royval versus Kape, and it's going to be a good one at T-Mobile Arena Saturday night. I believe the main card starts at 10. But first, I was wanting to give you guys a heads up. Now, I'm going to be changing my show over. So Ageless Talk Sports is still going to be continuing, but it's not going to be, it's just going to be Ohio State football. So I'm thinking about starting a new, January 1st, starting a new, I'm thinking we're going to call it GNP MMA. If you guys have any other titles for a YouTube channel for the UFC fights, I'm still going to be doing them every week, but it's not going to be till January 24th. So we're going to be off after, this is the last fight week until almost the end of January. January 24th, I think it's UFC 324. But Patty the Batty is in that. And I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. So I'm going to be changing over GNP MMA January 1st. And it's going to be all exclusive UFC fights every single week. And if I have time, I might throw in a couple MMA fights in there as well. But I don't have UFC Fight Pass. I'm not going to be able to watch all of it. And right now it's peak season for Christmas time. So I'm going to be luckily getting this show off on time around 5 o'clock today. And then be looking for my Ohio State football show tomorrow. Just going to be talking a little bit about the game from Michigan and all that stuff. And then who you think we're going to play. But as for now, UFC fights at T-Mobile Arena. Last fight of the year, GNP MMA. Look for that to drop January 1st. Make sure you subscribe to that because it's going to be brand spanking new. Just want to see. I think I fucked up the algorithm bad on Ageless Talk Sports. So I don't know what to do. We're just going to stay with one niche and then go from there and see how that goes. So Ageless Talk Sports, Ohio State football, GNP MMA is going to be UFC fights every single fight week. And here we go. I didn't drop the main one. I didn't drop Merab Dvalishvili versus Peter Yan on my post. So the Who You Got segment. But I did do, the last one I got is Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. But before we get to that, I might as well look, screw it. We're just going to look at this one. Because I did 3 of them. I was going to do one every day until fight night. But I just did 3. But as of right now, we're going to do Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. And I had Brandon Moreno in that. But 100% of you had Brandon Moreno. You guys had 8 votes on there at close. I guess it's still open. I guess you can still vote on it. But Brandon Moreno gets the loss. Knockout, TKO. I didn't get to watch it in the second round. 224 in the second round. And Taira just destroys Brandon Moreno. 45 total strikes at 69%. He got a takedown of 1 of 4. So he's 25% with a takedown. So he's really trying to take him down there. Moreno tried to do a sub attempt, but did not get it. And he got reversed as well. And then 28 significant strikes to 9 to Taira. No knockdowns. He was at a minus 118. The Japanese fighter, Tatsuro Taira, man. Look for him. The guy is fast, durable. He can stand and bang, and he can also take you down as well, as it showed in the Brandon Moreno fight. And Brandon Moreno ain't no slouch. I had Brandon Moreno winning. All right, so let's go into this real quick. I'm going to go right into UFC Fight Night at T-Mobile Arena. And let's just going to go ahead and just get started. I don't know why they always have 6 fights on the card, which is stupid. Makes me mad when they have 6 fights, but they'll probably change that up. They usually do. According to the app here, it has 6 fights. King Green's on there, by the way. I got him over the Canadian. All right, now we're going to do in the heavyweights. Kennedy versus Marcus. Nigeria versus Brazil. This is going to be a tough one for me. I don't like Brazilians, so give me Kennedy. Easy pick. Featherweight. Costa versus Shari. Now, Morgan actually looked pretty good in his last fight. He's got 13 knockouts, 3 wins by submission. The last Pirate, gotta love that. He last also was March of last year, but he looked really good with the knockout against Landwehr. And I actually had Landwehr, and Shari dominated him and put it to him and knocked him out right in the beginning of the 3rd round. So look for him to do that as well on this next fight. But Costa is going to be a little bit tougher, a little bit quicker, but give me the Frenchman. Taking it to middleweight, Cesar Almeida versus Cezary Olajszczuk. I think that's a Polish power versus Brazil. Give me the Poland in this one. 16-3, 9 wins by knockout, 2 by submissions. Taking a look at his fight history, it looks like he doesn't have any. It's not even coming up. So is this his first fight in the UFC? I'm not 100% sure, but look for this one to possibly go the distance, but give me the Polish power. Featherweight, co-main event. Giga Chikidze versus Kevin Vallejos. Georgian versus Argentinian. Now, I like him. He's pretty good as well. Number 15, the Ninja. 9 wins by knockout. He's got a submission. 9 first-round finishes. Taking a look at his previous fights. He lost to Onama against unanimous decision. He lost to Allen. His last win was back in August 26th of 2023, and you know he's hungry. Give him heart. Chikidze is going to get this win only because he needs to. I'm sure he had a really good fight camp. I don't know. I don't talk to him, but I'm sure he did. And he probably finishes Vallejos and get him 10 finishes in the UFC. Now we're going to look at number 2 versus number 6. Brandon Royval, the second best flyweight in the world, versus Manel Kape at number 6 from Portugal. So United States versus Portugal. Brandon Royval, Raw Dog. How can you go against the nickname Raw Dog? 4 wins by knockout, 9 wins by submission, 10 first-round finishes. And if you're watching my highlights there, they're really fast. Like, they're pretty quick at punches. Watch for Kape's kicks, though. They're really tough on me watching those highlights there. Now, Royval lost to Van, but it went to the decision, and Van is the featherweight champion or flyweight champion at this point now. He beat Pantoja last weekend. So I guess that loss doesn't look that bad. And he actually beat, listen to this, October 12th of last year, Royval beat Tyra, and it went to a split decision. So Tyra beaten Brandon Moreno, and Royval beat Brandon Moreno back in February last year. Then he beat Tyra. So watch out for Brandon Royval, dude. The guy's a freaking beast. He was a decision against Van, and I think Brandon Royval might take this one easily, actually. Give me Brandon Royval. Let's see how much time I got left. Oh, yeah, I got plenty of time. So we're going to take a look at BetMGM and see what the bets, sport bets looks like. Because I'm running there's so much behind the scenes stuff that you have to do on these shows and stuff. You guys probably don't know unless you do your shows yourself. So I'm trying to time it and sync with my UFC highlights there off of UFC 5. And another question, if you guys know this or not, if you guys play gaming or anything like that, UFC 6, when the freak is that coming out, dude? I haven't heard a peep of UFC 6 at all whatsoever. I'm on Reddit. I'm on everywhere. Facebook, social media, everywhere trying to find out when UFC 6 is out. Some people say end of February. Are they going to hopefully promote it this weekend? I'm not sure. Now we got Habira versus Yasset. French. We're just going to do oh, no, that's Europe. Never mind. We're taking it to UFC Fight Night, December 13th. And it looks like the prelims are going to be starting around 7:15. And we're going to go with Horth, Fry, and Santos. You got 2 dogs and a bet one here. So that pays out $95 for $10. And then we're going to go with Asplund, Magni at plus 340, and then Brito, the Brazilian. And that pays out $91.80 for $10. Now we're going to take it. These are 3-leggers, just 3-leg parlays. I'm not going to have it up on the screen or anything. Just pay attention and listen. So we got Robertson. And then we're going to do Chikua, the Nigerian, at minus 135, and King Green. He's actually favored at minus 200 against the Canadian. That only pays out $39 on $10. Now I got Cherie. This is a toss-up. Cherie and Costa. Cherie is a -105 and Costa is a -115. So give me Cherie. And Almeida is actually a +165, but I picked the Polish Power. Remember that? He's actually a favorite at -200. And then I got Giga Chikidze on that 2-loss, and he hasn't won since 2023 at +240. That pays out $99 on $10. And then I'm going to look at the finish. Royval finishes by knockout. It's actually at +1100. What if he goes by submission? Give me Brandon Royval winning by submission at +700, and that pays out $80 on 10. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Love you guys. God bless. What do? You tip the freaking waitress.